Hi guys, Brian from the gas station. Welcome back. Just a quick kind of fun video today. I wanted to kind of go on here and talk about, I guess, a little bit my penchant for pimping. So I like to pimp out my cameras, and I like to accessorize them and add stuff and whatever. Pretty much everything is, I do everything to be useful, you know, or you know, it's just some added thing, but I don't I don't mind customizing them. You know, usually, like, you know, some people tape up the label or whatever like that to make it more stealth, so people don't know they're shooting a Nikon or a Canon or whatever. I don't really care about that. I don't think anybody really pays attention to that, but you know, it's kind of cool to make them look good too. You know, and you can take this pretty much as far as you want, you know, people like to customize stuff for themselves and for their own use, and some of it's, you know, for aesthetic, and some of it's, you know, to be, you know, for useful and has purpose, and whatever your reason is for doing that, I think that's fine. Yeah, you can kind of have fun. I just picked up a Nikon V1, which I am going to be doing a review on, maybe right after this. I don't know, we'll see. I picked up the Nikon V1. And actually, at this point, I'll just give you a quick preview. I'm fairly impressed with this camera. The only thing I had trouble with was the size. I have big hands, so I just went, you know, for a very mild pimp on this, and I got a grip. So, you know, you can go from mild to what looks to be a little bit more extreme. And if you take a look at my Leica M6, this thing is it's pretty pimped. And I like the idea of the silver lens on a black body. I thought that looked very cool. So that's purely aesthetic, but the reason that is that I like that is just because I like it. But the lens I have on here is a Summicron dual range 50 millimeter f2 lens. So that lens didn't come in black, so I guess so that kind of worked out well for me, because I like the silver lens and a black. So if I were to buy a new Zeiss lens or something like that, or the new Voigtlander Nocton 1.5, I would probably get it in silver or chrome. I just think that looks a lot better. You know, most of this stuff, of course, has purpose. You know, when you put the goggles, which are these things right here, the little eyes here. Let's see if I can get those off for you. So those come off. Those are for close focusing, so you don't kind of leave those. I mean, I leave them on sometimes when it's on the shelf, just because I think it looks pretty funky and like a sort of in a steampunky way. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then I have the you know, a very cheap lens hood, and you know, I believe lens hoods should not be expensive. I think they should be cheap, because pretty much they're meant for smashing into things and protecting your lens. So I usually use a lens hood and a filter, you know, like a UV haze or something like that, or, you know, whatever, putting on there to protect the lens. I don't use lens caps. I have a huge collection of lens caps. I don't know where any of the cameras are that those lens caps are attached to, so that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, yeah, not a big lens cap fan. What I also added here was the Leica motor drive for the M6, which I really have grown to like. When I first got it, I was kind of like unsure. I was like, wow, this thing's kind of wonky, and I wasn't sure I liked how it felt, because when you do take a picture with the motor drive, the shutter button kind of pulses up and down, which is definitely kind of a weird feeling. So, but I've gotten used to it over the time, and I've really grown to like the motor drive. The motor drive it just screws on, and like the regular, like another plate that you would put onto your camera, but it adds this tube here, which contains actually the batteries for the motor drive. I had a soft release on here, but I kept it. You know, I throw the camera in my bag, and the soft release would, you know, it would take a picture, and there's no off switch on the M6, so that made it kind of difficult to, you know, I'd keep missing a frame, and, you know, I'd get a blank picture every time I put the camera in the bag. So I took the soft release off, and you can put one on if you want. But it is a motor grip, but I'm not going to go through all the specs. I just kind of wanted to go through what's kind of fun about these. I do like motor drives. Again, with the big hands, it's kind of important to me. I've kind of split these up into digital and film. But moving on from the Leica, I have my Olympus OM10, and I have the motor drive on this, which really, again, makes this camera very fun to use. And you know, it holds nicely in the hand, and it's easy to carry around. You know, the Pimping doesn't do a lot for portability, but it does make it a little bit more comfortable to shoot. So, you know, for me, this is a very small camera. You know, I'm a big guy, so it doesn't look especially big even when I'm carrying it, but it does make it more comfortable and more usable to shoot. And my Pimping also extends to my, let's see here, my X-Pro1. You know, I have the grip on this, which I absolutely love, and the camera for me would almost be unusable without it. I absolutely love it. I have my the thumbs up from Match Technical, which is the thumb grip, which I really love too. I think that is, let me see if I can move this around here. So this slides right into the hot shoe here on my X-Pro1, and it just comes right out, goes right back in. Nice tight snug fit, makes this camera like unbelievably comfortable to hold. So the thumbs up grip matched with the other grip, and then I also have the match. It's actually, this came from Fuji. I bought this as a kit, which was the soft release with the thumbs up grip. Makes this camera it's really awesome to hang on to. It's just very comfortable, and I love that the fact that it's starting to brass a little bit on the thumb grip. I think it just looks really cool, and the camera has a nice patina to it, and I just think it makes it that much cooler to work with and play with. Oh, and I wanted to show you the most customizable camera that I have found. Basically infinite options for customization. You can put your own battery grip on it. You can build the thing out however it becomes comfortable for you. Absolutely go for it. You can get creative with color and absolutely everything else. Yeah, so that's my my most customized camera to date. As you can see, I have the representative flash here, which is of course very important. I have my camera straps, lugs, which I have put on. I have my Scorpion, of course, which is very essential, which is put on by the kids. My viewfinder. It is a single lens meniscus viewfinder, so there's no diopter adjustment or anything like that there, obviously. But anyway, so and I have my battery grip because I love my grips. So anyway, that's the Lego camera. Yeah, so kind of fun. So yeah, I kind of like to customize cameras and make them interesting and fun. And if you like to do that too, then great. And if you can't stand it and you're a purist and just want to go with a brownie box camera, enjoy that. I'd probably pimp that. I'd put a grip on it or something. So anyway, that's it. Just a quick overview of some ideas and things you can do. I'm not a strap guy. I mean, some people are like really crazy about putting on a special strap and stuff like that. It seemed, I don't know, I would like to. I just think, I end up putting more money into the gear itself than the strap, but I'm sure I'll come across something I really like in one of these days. But I just change cameras so often. So anyway, that's about it. Brian, the gas station, and my penchant for pimping. So anyway, that's about it. If you have any other interesting modifications or stuff you do, a lot of people like to put in like bubble levels and stuff like that, which I think are great, or external viewfinders. Those are fantastic. But yeah, there's just enjoy it, have fun. Whatever inspires you to go out and shoot is what I always say, and that's about it. So anyway, thanks guys for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and for the guy who was upset about the my lack of Minoltas in my cheap cameras, the Maxim Dynex 9 is about a $300 camera, so that doesn't qualify as a cheap camera with a great lens, but it's definitely a great camera. So anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. I just read that this morning. I'm like, really? But anyway, all right, so there we go, guys. That's it. Brian, the gas station. Thanks very much.